Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another one of these AUSL in Seattle game reactions. We're gonna do parts two and three. I'm gonna do a video here, and then you'll see me in the same thing, same burn. Ah, Jesus. In that video. Um, yeah, we're gonna talk about game two here, the middle game of this three-game weekend series in Seattle at Husky Softball Stadium between the Blaze and the Volts, the two teams in the lower half of the standings. Again, four-team league, professional softball, touring the country. They're now in Salt Lake. A few of the teams are in Salt Lake City. I believe a few of the other ones are in Texas. Um, the Blaze came into this one at the bottom, and they got a series. I shouldn't talk about that until we talk about the final game. The Blaze even the series in this game too. They were able to avoid. Sorry, that's important. I got terribly sorry. Two different Chelsea stuff is happening, and I was like, well, that's an important email. I need to get to that. So, um, yes, we'll get back here to game two of the weekend, Saturday, 6 o'clock start time. Beautiful to see the sunset in the background of Husky Softball Stadium. This game was a lot less explosive per se than the first game when, the Volts had that big 7-run fourth inning to really put themselves over the hump. This was a game where the Blaze pitching came out and delivered. They shut things down really well. Um, Elijah Binford, 3 innings, no runs, just 2 hits, no walks, and a strikeout in this one. Devin Netz, an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, just the 1 run. The only run that the Volts would score in this game. Keilani Ricketts came on 2 and a third innings, 4 strikeouts. Looked pretty damn good. Um, Ooh, yeah, no, it was. I was surprised. Again, I think I talked about it in the first game. The Blaze had come out swinging the bat pretty well, so I was surprised by the way that the Volts, exploded for that 7-run fourth inning. Um, and given the pitching of the Volts, I was surprised that the Blaze had that 4-run first to an extent. Again, I know last episode I mentioned how the Blaze had come into this series swinging the bat really well in 5 of their last 6 games, I believe. So it's just kind of like, all right, you've got some trends here. What's going to come through? Um, and ultimately, the Blaze hitting kind of started to show up throughout the course of the series. Talked to head coach Alyssa Goller after this game and said, "Hey, I thought we did well in the first game. Again, the 4 runs in the first inning, a few more runs um, later into the game. So 6 run total, yeah, 11-6 final in the first one. Don't disagree. Because obviously it looks bad when the other team gets a 7-run fourth inning, right? So, it was pretty interesting to see the way this game got on. The Blaze took an early lead in this one and were able to uh, score off of a Bailey Klingler single to left center field to score Aubrey Leach in the top of the first inning. It's just very fitting that Bailey continues to hit the ball really well. Um, you know, Here obviously in the AUSL season, but she had a pretty good weekend series here in Seattle as well. Aubrey Leach had singled to center field, Klingler singled to left center. The things got kind of interesting. Leach was able to score from first, but Klingler advanced to second on the throw home. Then the catcher for the Volts in this one, if I remember correctly, I'm gonna have to pull this back up. Um, mm, 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 mm. Huh. I have lost the catcher. I have lost the plot. Um, hmm, interesting. Um, was unable to. I'll see if I can find this. This is weird. I think it was Michaela Edenfield. That's right. It was Michaela Edenfield, who was catching for the Volts in this one. Her throw over to, um, was it second? Yeah, her throw, um, was credited as an error, and Klingler made it all the way to third base. The Blades weren't able to drive her in after that, but they were still able to get that early run. They add to it later in the top of the third inning. Anna Gold doubled to right field to score Bailey Klingler. No, to score Aubrey Leach once again. Um, and Klingler advanced to third there. Leach had a good weekend series. She was one of the players that we talked to post game after game two. Excuse me. Yeah, 1 for 3 in this one. She reached. How did she reach in this one? Yeah, she drew a walk. Yeah, drew a walk. Klingler singled to third. Nice little stinger right at Jesse Warren, who had made some great plays throughout the course of the weekend. That is not at all to discredit Jesse Warren. Had a belief Florida State. Um, but stung it right at her. Klingler was able to reach. The honor goal double to right field, right over the head um, of the right fielder in that one. Uh, Danica Coffey, yes, over the head of Danica Coffey, drives in the second run. And it wasn't. This isn't a bad outing. I feel bad saying this for where did it go? Mm, 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 mm. Here we go. For Sam Landry. Sam Landry got the start in this one. 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. Um, it's tough. Obviously, you look at the 3 walks, I think is where she kind of got away from it. This one, 2 hits and 2 runs, you'll be fine with that normally. Um, but just with the offense or the lack of offense generally that the Volts have been producing outside of the 7 run fourth in the first game, tough there. It was still exciting to see Sam Landry pitch. That was one of the things I was looking forward to with this series, obviously outside of the UW players coming in. And then Peyton Gottschall. Peyton Gottschall was doing all weekend largely for the Volts. 3 innings of relief work here, just the 1 run against and a strikeout um, on 2 hits. So the Volts' 1 run in this game came in the fifth on a Danica Coffey double to center field, scoring Sierra Briggs. Sierra Briggs was one of the players that I really enjoyed watching over the course of this weekend series. Um, it kind of looked bad. First 2 outs of the bottom of the fifth for the Volts on a Warren ground out to the pitcher. Um, and Rachel Garcia came in this inning to pinch hit for Michaela Edenfield. She struck out singing, so I said, okay, they're going to go down. Then Sierra Briggs doubles to right center. I said, oh, okay, all right, you're cooking a little bit. And Danica Coffey doubles to center field to score Briggs and get them within a run at this point. Um, So I mean, yeah, it's a 1 run game going into the sixth inning, and you think, oh boy, we're a little tight here, right? But we go to this top of the sixth. Um, Devin Nets flies out to left center field. I think, okay. And Mackenzie Clark, who had somewhat recently been traded to the Blaze, I think one of 2 trades, and the Blaze were involved with both of them, if I remember correctly. It's a homer down to the left field line. There were at least 3 or 4 homers down the left field line in this game, all of them that little clearing area where the trees are just within the left field foul pole. A lot of pull power. Um, in this one. Yeah, Homer's down on an 0-1 count off Gottschall and pushes the Blaze lead back to 2 runs. Think, oh wow, okay. Um, and just demoralizing for the Volts to go down in order in the bottom of the sixth inning there. So um they didn't really have much going after that. They had a run the tying run at the plate with just 1 out after Sis Bates grounded out to begin the top of the bottom of the seventh. Jesse Warren got hit by a pitch, so brought on um mm, 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 mm. Brought up the tying run and with 1 out in the bottom of the seventh, but fly out and then a Sierra Briggs strikeout ended this game and even things up at 3-1 for the Blaze. So I just wasn't super sure that the Blaze pitching could do this. I was a little bit more used to their hitting and the Volts pitching in as opposed to anything else, but they did really good work to bounce back after that. Again, that's rough game. You give up 11 runs in the first game of a series, you don't feel too good. But yeah, obviously, you go over to the offensive performers from this game. Bailey Klingler 2 for 4, and this one at the time she had raised her average to a 458 batting average. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, 2 for 4 with the 1 RBI on a gold double and an RBI. Mackenzie Clark the homer and the 1 RBI and Elia Binford that double. Sierra Briggs again 2 for 3. had the double as I mentioned. She was a really fun player to watch in this one. Um, Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Yeah, 5 hits for the Volts in this one and the one error. So, it was really interesting to see the Blaze tie this game up, the series up, because after the first game of the series with the Volts and the way that they've been pitching, and with having Sam Landry pitch in the weekend series, I said, okay, kind of thinking the Volts are going to take this here in Seattle, but let's see, you'll have to. It's already happened by now, but you'll have to watch the next video we have um, for the rubber match.